Okay, so once you've got the mobile commerce plugin installed on your ASP.NET Storefront site, there's a couple little tricks I'd like to go over to show you how to customize it a bit. So in the installation video, I talked about how to modify the logo, and now I'm going to kind of take a look at some of the configuration options that are available and how to modify the homepage content and some of the other topic type areas throughout the mobile side of the site. So right now, you can see I'm in Firefox and I'm looking at the mobile version of the site. I did that by hitting mobilegO.aspx. So, and then the inverse of that is to hit mobileleave.aspx, and that'll take you back to the desktop version of the site. So here you are on your website, and if you'd like to preview the mobile version, you can do that like so. So yeah, those are the basics there. Mobile go and mobile leave get you to and from the mobile side of the site. So let's take a look at a couple of topics that get installed when you first initialize mobile. You can see all the standard topics here, and then there are three topics: mobile global footer, mobile global header, and the home top intro, mobile home top intro. So those three topics get installed with mobile, and they essentially, the mobile global footer will show up on every page except the home page. So if I go to a category page or my category listing page, you'll see these buttons down here, the back button, the home button. So those two links are rendered out by the mobile global footer. The mobile global header is actually empty by default. It will sit right below the main template header and above the content area. And then of course the mobile home content or mobile home top intro is being rendered out by, well, it's just this link right here right now. So let's take a look at each one of those topics and what they're doing by default and how we can modify them. I'm going to start with the home page. And I prefer to flip into HTML view rather than the design view of the editor. So this token right here says mobile sections. It actually renders out top level genres. Most people don't have genres. Genres are kind of a deprecated entity listing type page. So if you do happen to have genres on your site, you'll notice a long list of your top level genres on your homepage. We can replace this token with our own custom content if you want. So you could put a promo here, you could put up an image, whatever you'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And obviously you can put, a little more complex HTML in there, but this gives you the basic idea. So I'd update that topic. We'll hit refresh, and you can see your content appears right there. You also get this little link here that says shop and then your store name. That's all coming out of this token right here, and it's actually not a token. It's just a simple link. So this class group is giving us that nice line. So if I flip back, you'll see this nice blue-gray line that goes across. That's coming out of the default mobile styles. So if you ever need a separator, you can use that. And most of the mobile content tends to use ULs and LIs to render out stuff. So to get a little padding around this, a good idea might be to add an LI like so and put our text right in there. So that looks a little bit nicer now. So that gives us some padding around our text. So yeah, if you've got just plain text you want to put on your homepage for your mobile users, that's probably the way to go about it. Another really common thing that people want is to just put their categories on their homepage rather than hit this link. This link will take you to a page that lists all of your top level categories out. But if you'd rather just skip right over that step and just put them right on the homepage, you can do that. If you remember that token we had up here in the beginning, for sections, we're going to make a very similar one. So and these tokens, if you forget or don't want to scroll through the video and see what I'm typing, they're actually up in the manual as well. Manual.asp.netstorefront.com, and there should be some links for mobile there. So that, and I'm going to go ahead and take out this text for now. That should get us our list of top level categories. Okay, so now our homepage is more simplified. And if you do this, you're most likely going to want to remove this shop link like so. So now we're simply listing out categories. And now if you scroll all the way to the bottom, that's all we've got is categories. Okay, so that pretty much covers the home page. I think you get the idea there. You can put any HTML you'd like in there, and then there's a couple of those tokens that are pretty useful. So let's take a look at the global header now, just to give you an idea of where it's at and what it's for. If you wanted to put a banner, say, on every page of your site, of your mobile site rather, then that'd be a good way to do it. So again, by default it's empty, there's nothing in here, so and I'll use a UL just to give it a little spacing, and we'll update that topic. Okay, and then you can see this basic little prompt here. So from here you can see, if you go to different pages throughout your mobile site, this part stays consistent. It's on every page. The same is true of the global footer as well, save for the home page. It's not on the home page. So let's go take a look at the mobile global footer topic. And you can see here it's just rendering out an XML package. This XML package is actually kind of nice because there's some app config parameters that allow you to control what shows and what doesn't show in there. So there's a couple options I'd like to go over just after this that allow you to turn on phone numbers and a couple other things. But just to demonstrate, we'll add a footer link. Okay, and there's the footer. And I guess actually it's only that XML package, I should say, that doesn't render out on the home page. So So because it contains the back button, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to have that show up on the home page. So the footer will show on every page of the site, even the home page. It's just that XML package or portions of that XML package that won't show. This guy right here. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that for now. So let's take a look at some of those app config parameters and take a look at some of those options you've got. You've probably seen these if you did your own installation. If you search for mobile dot, you'll find quite a few little app config parameters in here. And the ones I'd like to go over are, let's see, mobile contact phone number. So if you wanted to have, it's kind of nice to have at the bottom of your site have a link to call the store if you'd like, especially if you're browsing it on your phone. So you can update this with your phone number for the store. And then once you've got that in there, you can actually hit mobile.include phone links, which is this app config here, and just set that to true. And hit update. And then when you change app config parameters, it's a good idea to reset the cache to make sure they take effect. Okay, and there we go. So you see at the bottom, you've got this link that says call for more information. And if you try to open it in Firefox, it won't know what to do with it. But from your mobile phone, that will actually link to the store's phone number. So there's one last app config parameter I'd like to take a look at. Oops, there we go. And that's the entity page size. That's a pretty handy one. So let's take a look at an entity page. You can see by default you see 3 products on each of your entity pages. So you can actually change the number that show. If you wanted to have 10, for example, you could change this to 10. And update that. I'm going to reset the cache. And there we go, quite a few more. Okay, so that's the basics. That's all the nice little features that are hidden in the mobile commerce platform. Thanks for listening.